So I'm not sure why I felt called to do a specific spread, and as I did it, I recognized what it was leading me to. It is the masculine and feminine poles within yourself, and I'm seeing right now you're in a very mentally conflicting space. Like a lot seems like I feel like the background of it actually is like a really big shift for you, but the mind can't understand it. So it's like self inflicting. Like I'm seeing like you throwing jabs and knives at yourself. It's like a kind of perfectionistic state, because I'm seeing the masculine energy, the one that creates the structure that usually goes outward, that usually projects outwards. It is inwards right now, like it's in a space of hermit right now. So it's kind of like your energy is moving inward right now, your masculine energy specifically, instead of it going outward. And this is really crazy that this is happening, because this morning I said I wanted to make a video about eyesight and how we are usually in a sense of like projecting our eyesight rather than letting it come inward, and that's why we strain our eyesight and get migraines and things so much. But it's so crazy that this is coming up right now. But the masculine is inward facing right now. The container that holds the feminine energy, holds your feminine creativity, your feminine source energy, all these things, it's facing inward right now. And I'm seeing like as your masculine energy is something that projects, it's projecting inwards. So this is the container, and the container is like projecting, and this is the feminine energy here. So it's kind of like suffocating the feminine energy, when that's not the purpose of it. You are supposed to actually be doing this to look at the feminine energy and create a sufficient container that's meant to hold it. But this is why it feels like so freaking conflicting right now. Like it feels quite literally uncomfortable, because the masculine energy is basically self-destructing and self something and something and something, but it's a form of expansion. Like your masculine energy is meant to be expanding its boundaries right now. Like I'm seeing like you were supposed to go into this, the masculine energy specifically was supposed to go into this period of hermit, this period of inward facing, to develop this new structure, this new capacity to hold this feminine energy, because this is the card I got for the feminine energy. But there is a restriction because of, instead of expanding, instead of the masculine energy expanding. What the frick was that? I just saw something fly, like three yellow birds, I think it was, but I don't know. I could have been like seeing the wrong thing. But instead of like expanding, instead of the masculine energy expanding, it's projecting. So in the space of inward projecting, it's like suffocating and smallening the feminine energy. So I was trying to understand what the purpose of this inward facing in regards to the masculine had to do with, like, with respect to your journey right now, specifically what it means. It is some sort of not regeneration, but it's a sort of reclamation, like bringing back, like resurrecting something within yourself. Because you see, it's like this person is like bringing up something that was already there, so it's there, but they are just like now going into it. And something that I was seeing as well, the aspect of the masculine energy. So it's like a cell wall. You know how a cell wall is just like it holds the goop on the inside, and it's like the feminine energy is the goop in the inside. If the cell wall were to be any bigger than it was, it wouldn't have a lot of space for everything that's going on the inside to happen, and it would influence everything else, and that's what's happening right now. It's kind of like constricting and suffocating the feminine energy, and that's not what it's supposed to be doing right now. So if that is happening in your life, this is me just telling you, if you feel the resistance, if you feel the discomfort, that is specifically what is happening. So I was asking my guides like what you need to do to not feel this conflicting thing, this restrictive, suffocating energy. And it's literally the exact same thing I was gonna post about this morning. It's the act of making your energy receptive rather than projective. So it's like it's a very physical shift. Like you have to manually do it. But you know how people talk about when you strain your eyes, it's a strain, so it's like it's a doing something, but the eyes is never something that could do, because it can't do anything. It could just look, but instead of us, the act of straining our eyes, it comes from the act of doing looking. We do looking as a verb instead of just witnessing, because the eyes are meant to just witness. It's not meant to do the act of looking. It's just meant to be the act of looking. But looking, the act of looking, is a very projective word. It's a very projective thing. But the eyes are meant to witness. It's not meant to look. And this is exactly your energy right now in regards to the feminine energy. It's not witnessing, and it's not open, and it's not experiencing. It's projecting. It's looking. It's giving, the act of looking. And in that act, the feminine energy is closing up herself. Like, you aren't supposed to look the act of doing this blossoming, because your feminine energy is going through a freaking awakening right now. Like, that is what is happening. But you aren't supposed to look at it. You are supposed to witness it. You aren't supposed to... This is me projecting. I don't know if you can feel it or if you can see it, but it's an act of projecting my eyesight, my ability to see outwards. So it's going outwards instead of it coming inwards. And it's the same thing happening with your energy right now. You are supposed to witness this expansion within yourself, not look at it.